next guest knows a thing or two about how to fight. She is the first Black female stunt coordinator in Canada.
Wow. That's huge. Named one of the top 50 most influential Torontonians by Toronto Life in 2024 and currently up for an NAACP award for her work on the action-packed series Cross. Please welcome to the show, Angelica Lisk-Hann. Welcome, Angelica. First of all, we realize we actually go way back. So, listen, I think of stunt work and I just think, gosh, that's dangerous. So what on earth made you want to get into this industry?
Yes, it is dangerous. I didn't want to get into it, actually, in the beginning. I didn't know that was a job for me. I started out doing sports, started modeling, ended up acting a bit, and ended up on the set of Dave Chappelle's movie Half Baked.
Wow.
I was one of the henchwomen. You all remember that movie? Yeah, you know that movie. And the stunt coordinator, Bronco Rocky, said, "Can any of you ladies do anything here? Any of you sporty?" "Oh, look, Half Baked." And I said, "Sure, I can do something." So he said, "Come here." We fell over, did something little, and he said, I love Bronco. He said, "You know what? You're an okay actor." But I'm like, "Oh. Tell us how you really feel." So he's like, "You're an okay actor. However, there's all of these women coming in from America who are people of color, and we only have one other girl that's your skin tone, so I think you could make a living doing this. I think your athleticism is great. Let's try." And I'm like, "All right, let's try." So he sent my name out to everyone, and I started doing it, and 30 years ago.
Wow. That's incredible. Yeah. So you learned as you went. And then now, today, you no longer perform stunts, but for anyone outside of film who people don't know what it is, like talk about what the job is of a stunt coordinator and what you did.
Right. I still perform a little bit. I just pick and choose. I do a lot of driving and a little bit of stunt acting, but yeah, this body is, I'm good. Basically, stunt coordination. So what we do is we work with the producer and the director. We look at the script. We see what the stunt requirements are. We figure out a plan to keep it safe, make it exciting, and make sure that the insurance companies will sign off on it, which sometimes can be interesting. And then we get the actors together, get the stunt doubles together, and we try to make something great.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Your most recent project called Cross, it was actually nominated for the NAACP Best Stunt Ensemble. This is the first for a Black stunt performer in Canada. So walk us through your Prévis, I believe is how it's called, unless I'm saying it wrong.
I like the way,
we're
going to change it. It's Prévis, but that sounds way more exciting.
Oh, I'm sorry. It was very French of me.
It is now Prévis.
Okay.
She's always trying to put an accent in it.
I guess so, sure.
The Prévis. Let's talk about the Prévis.
Prévis. Okay, so what is this, and how do you, just tell us what this is.
Great, I think we have an example of it. So Prévis, basically what we do, I should say my assistant stunt coordinator is here too, Daniel Levine, so he is half of the team.
Love it.
On house to do this. So this is a Prévis, so this is what we do. So on the left are stunt doubles, on the right are the actors. So this is what they did on the right that made it to film. This is what we rehearsed.
Oh,
so Dan and I take this, he figures out the fights. Yeah, that hurt. We figure out how we're gonna work it, and then we show the actors, and they can see it in advance, so they're more comfortable on the day. And then if there's any issues, they can, we don't like that, we like this. Usually they like our stuff, though, so we've been lucky. But sometimes they hate it, so then you change it, and you make it something that everybody loves.
Love that. That's
so
very cool.
Okay, so speaking of awards, you were the driving force behind getting a Best Stunt Coordinator category into the CSAs, the Canadian Screen Awards, and you won the first award. So why do you think the... I know, so great.
I have to say this, though. I felt really bad that I won the first one, because I'm like, I didn't want to win the first one. I didn't make it for myself. I made it for the community. And then I won, and I was like, oh, God, I didn't want to win, but I'll take it.
You'll take it, of course. So why do you think the Oscars so far hasn't followed suit?
Oh, gosh. I think it has a little bit to do with, I think they still want everyone to think that the actors are doing this, and we all know that they're not. I think audiences, like you guys, you know now.
It's not
it's not the actor. We've got stunt people. I think they want to keep that that idea, and it's attractive, and it's sexy to think that Melissa's gonna fall down those stairs and jump up and be like, let's go. And I'm sure you could, but could you do it 20 times in a row?
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So. Yeah, they need to just let it happen.
That would be, maybe they'll watch this and they'll get some ideas.
Hey!
Let's hope.
I'm gonna tell them about your Prévis.
Well, you have a company, Angelica, and it's called the Collective Action Group, and you actually mentor young Black women and people of color. So how do you recruit these potential stunt performers? How does that work?
Usually they find us. They come find us. A lot of times they're already on the set. They're doing another job. So they're either background or they're actors or whatnot. And yeah, our focus is on BIPOC people, but we mentor everyone. We don't want to exclude people. Okay. We want to make sure that we're mentoring anyone that's really good and they have that work ethic like we have, we'll do it when we have time. It's tricky because there's so many people that want to get in and we want to help everybody, but sometimes we just got to work. So we try to find time for that.
If you need a horseback rider or someone to teach your stunt riders how to do it, I'm your gal.
Doing it.
I'm your gal.
We're going to make a horse privé for you.
What is the grand vision or the ultimate goal for your company?
Ultimate goal, I would say, well, right now I will say we're writing, more like Dan's writing, writing our own content, shooting it, and just telling stories that we want to tell. We want to tell stories that are empowering females. We want to tell stories that have action, but we want to keep a really good grounded story. We just want it to be exciting. We want people to, when you watch something, don't you want to be like, oh my God, wow, cool, right? Like we want to do that kind of thing. And
so you're creating original content.
We are going to be doing that. We're actually presenting at prime time next weekend. So that is CMPA and all the media producers get together and they have a conference. So we're going to be speaking at it, and then we're going to go and pitch some of our projects. So maybe next time we're here, we'll be talking about one of our own shows.
That is so cool. I gotta say, I think this is probably the first time we've ever done a segment like this, and to do it with you and seeing you do it, I mean, you got the coolest job in the world.
Do more. Sometimes it's cool, but then sometimes it's like, my husband's here, Chris, in the front row, and it's like, I have to say this man keeps the train on its tracks. And I say that a lot. They're like, how's your husband feel about all this? And I just say, he keeps this train on the tracks. It's a wild life. I'm not home a lot. There's a lot of work to be done. A lot of times I'm swearing, and doing this. So, yeah, I mean.
But you're in good company, I got to tell you, and you are breaking ground. And so for that, we commend you, truly. That's amazing. Thank you. Angelica, thank you. Thank you. So cool. We're going to take a quick break. We'll be back right after this.
Hey, you, come a bit closer. We've got so many more must-see interviews, spicy debates, lifestyle tips, and pop culture moments. So subscribe to our channel by tapping the logo below and don't miss out.